Have you ever heard of a time when a whole country almost disappeared from the map? Not through a single battle, but through a slow, agonizing flood of invasions, civil war, and political chaos. This isn't a fantasy story. This is the real history of 17th century Poland. A period so devastating it's known as the Deluge. Picture this: the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. At its peak, it was one of the largest and most powerful nations in Europe, stretching from the Baltic Sea almost to the Black Sea. It was a vibrant, multi-ethnic, multi-religious state, a true powerhouse. But by the mid-1600s, cracks began to show. The once mighty Commonwealth was starting to weaken from the inside out. So what went wrong? Imagine a system where the nobility, the Szlachta, held immense power. They elected the king and could veto any law they didn't like with something called the liberum veto. Just one nobleman saying, "I do not allow," could bring the entire government to a halt. In theory, it was about protecting liberty. In practice, it became a recipe for gridlock and chaos. Ambitious nobles, known as magnates, built their own private armies and acted like kings in their own lands. They feuded with each other, ignoring the needs of the state. This constant infighting was like a poison, slowly paralyzing the country. And while Poland was busy arguing with itself, its neighbors were getting stronger. To the east,